Guys, this video is about the number one nutrition principle, and that is energy balance. Doesn't matter about nutrient timing, the macros, paleo, intermittent fasting, all these different concepts. Unless you've got your calorie balance or your energy balance in position, appropriate to your goals, everything else will essentially fail to get you results. So what is energy balance? It's simply the relationship between the amount of energy you take in and the energy you expend. So energy in is the calories you take from anything you eat and drink, and energy out are the calories used by the body for daily energy expenditure. So energy balance is defined by the laws of thermodynamics, and these laws state that energy can be transformed from one form to another, but it cannot be created or destroyed. And this law dictates whether you can gain, lose, or maintain weight. Weight gain or loss is associated with an imbalance between the energy coming in from the content of the food you're eating and the energy expended. So if you're in a calorie surplus, then you're consuming more calories than you're expending and you will gain weight. If you're calorie deficit, then your intake is less than your expenditure and you'll lose weight. And finally, if your intake and your expenditure basically match, then you'll maintain weight and you're at maintenance calories. Now, that last little bit I covered about calorie surplus, calorie deficit, and maintenance probably seems blindingly obvious. It's nothing earth-shattering, and you probably knew it all, and you're like, nah, whatever. But you should really think about it. It's the fundamental element you need to understand if you want to build muscle or lose fat. Because if you're trying to gain muscle, you need to be in a calorie surplus. If you're trying to lose fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. It doesn't matter about any fancy eating structure you have. If you're not in a surplus, you're not going to gain weight, and if you're not in a deficit, you're not going to lose weight and lose fat. So you need to ask yourself, am I eating at, above, or below maintenance? If you don't know the answer to that question, and you can't definitively answer it, and your goals are in body composition, you want to transform your physique somewhat, then you need to establish the answer to that question ASAP. So, are you eating at, above, or below maintenance? If you don't do that, if you don't answer that question, essentially you're spinning your wheels, probably busting your balls in the gym, training really, really hard, but not really progressing and knowing if you're actually moving towards your goal. So, a quick and easy way to estimate your calorie needs is to multiply your weight in pounds by 15. It's not a perfect number, I'm not saying that guarantees that's what your maintenance calories are, but for most people that are relatively active, train 3-4 times a week, it's a pretty good starting point. So I suggest you use that as your baseline, track your progress and adjust accordingly. So 15 calories per pound of body weight. If you're trying to gain weight and gain muscle and that amount of calories doesn't have you gaining weight, it's probably because of that, it's around about maintenance, then you'll need to eat a little bit more and adjust upwards. Likewise, if you're trying to lose weight, well, eating at maintenance doesn't achieve that, so you're going to have to bring the calories down a little bit. So I would suggest if you're looking to build muscle, you actually multiply your body weight by 16, so that's 16 times your body weight in pounds, and then you eat that per day and adjust from there. Whereas if you're looking to drop fat, I'd suggest you start out at 14 times your body weight in pounds and then make adjustments from there. Anyway, hopefully that gives you an overview of why energy balance is fundamental and you need to get it right to achieve your goals. And it's more important than any other nutritional element. It is the underlying fundamental nutrition principle you need to adhere to get some results.